is Black Series Edition LLC. Today we're going to be doing some more demonstrations on my 150-inch 16:9, and this is coated with our Complete Cinema, our advanced ambient projection Complete Cinema. So as I put down no requirements, which I mean by no requirements, which our screen paints do not require the ambient light controlled environment. We do not require insane instructions. We do not require projectors with high contrast capabilities. Keep in mind, this will cost you more money at the end of the day. This is something you don't get for free. We don't require calibrating or any of the other crazy things that are basically involved with basically trying to get your projection screen to look proper in a fully lit environment. This is the benefits of our technology. Other benefits which we're going to add in is motorized projection screens. For those of you wishing to use our technology on motorized projection screens, you are not subject. You can actually expand your screen size. We did this in a couple of demonstrations where we're able to basically paint over the border because the border is not needed when it comes to our black screen paints because, again, they are black. And with that being said, that means that 2-inch border that you lose from left to right, even at the bottom, because you have a white or gray screen, this is something you won't need, so you'll be able to expand the size of your screen, making it much larger. For those you're doing 235.1 settings, you don't have to worry about having the black curtains coming across your screen here and here. Most projection screens, if you're doing a 16:9 or 16:10 and you want to do a 235.1 setting, they suggest you use black curtains for the bottom and the top. So that way you don't have to worry about having the gray bars or the white bars at the bottom and the top when you're trying to watch a movie in 235.1. With our technology, it doesn't make a difference what aspect ratio you're using, you will always have a border. All right, so let's show you how amazing our technology is. And keep in mind, we're not using any form of expensive projectors. We're using a basic Chrissy LW505. This projector cost me $500 on eBay. That's basically about it. Didn't have to spend a lot of money. Let me see. Move some things around here for a minute. I saw this demonstration on YouTube, liked it, decided I'm going to show this one off. So I like to show off my projector because where everybody else is using high-end expensive projectors to try to make their products look somewhat decent, we don't require it. Neither do our customers. This is my old Chrissy projector. I can get my battery pack to come with me. There's my Chrissy LW505. And that projector cost me only $500. That's it. Soon we'll be picking up the P2. And as I told you before, I'll be doing the P2 on a whopping 168-inch screen, depending if this projector does have a widescreen aspect ratio. If not, we'll do 161. We're going to be way outside the comfort zone of the P2 in a fully lit environment, and we will be turning the contrast off because we don't require it. All right, let's show you what we got. Now, my setup stays on all day, which I need to get a new lamp, by the way. But anyway, it stays on all day. Sun comes up, open up the blinds, screen stays on at 150 inches. I don't have if you ever saw on any forum sites where you see the TV projection screen combo, this is where they have the motorized projection screen. They have a TV behind it. You watch the TV in the daytime. Then it gets around nighttime, they fire up the projection screen. This is why with our technology, it's not required for you to have a TV. You don't need one because these screens will run 24/7. Now, a few things I touched on yesterday about screens having fake contrast. And the reason why, how you'll know a screen has fake contrast, because all you have to do is ask them to do is to turn the lights on. Black is going to be black whether the lights are on or off. It's going to project if your screen can see it. If your screen can't see it, then it's going to come up a different color when the lights come on. And if you're having a problem with contrast levels, then you will definitely have a problem with color. That's definitely going to have a problem with that issue. And if you have a problem with that, then you will have to calibrate. Here, look. There you go. Go to the window. Go to the window. Let me show that off real quick. I like this one. Has a little bit of everything in there. So that background is supposed to be 100% black. Gray, white, gunmetal, can't see it. Means we don't have to worry about changing the environment because in fear the screen's going to wash out on us. Now, my last residency, I had 127 inch, and this one I put a 150 inch screen in instead. I went bigger on my screen size. When we get a chance to move upstairs, which is going to be a lot more light in the environment because I need the hardwood in the floors, we're going to have two projector setups. We're going to have one long throw, which is this unit right here at 150 inches, and then we'll have the P2 at 168. Like I said, depending on if I can get that that widescreen format, where they should have it on that projector for that price. Or I'm going to have it at 161. I don't want to be at 150 inches. I want it to be much bigger than everyone else. See how no washout, no discoloration, none of that nonsense. When I mean no hard instructions, this is a one-code application. There's no need to go through insane instructions. I'm putting multi-code applications. It's pointless. I'm curious if other gray products or white products are doing these demonstrations, how are they pulling up the black background? Well, they don't do that. I forgot they don't show that. Usually they never show the title because the title comes up in black, so you won't see that unless you have the lights out. I'm pretty sure all the demonstrations we display on OLED, all of them have been done with lights out, I guarantee you. What's insane that a screen this black with the coating can pull an image that bright because it has our signature heightened technology, which we were blessed to get from our Lord and Savior, that allows our technology to read and understand white light. And with our ambient light projection black technology gain, our screens can maintain an image in a fully lit environment from corner to corner at 150 or larger, without washing out any discoloration or any of that nonsense that other screens are plagued with. And most importantly, our technology can knock certifiers out, which means our technology is more advanced than gunmetal. Now, this saves our customers a ton of money. Number one, our customers don't have to worry about spending the money or being pushed into buying expensive screens, expensive projectors, calibrating, insane instructions, whether the screen is ultra short throw or not. And most of all, no fake ambient light environments, which I see a lot of that on YouTube. I see a lot of demonstrations of people doing demonstrations in these poorly lit environments. One of the things customers want more than anything in the world is they want something to be easy, fast to set up. They don't have to worry about going through a whole lot of headache at the end of the day, and they don't want to change the environment. I keep expressing that too much. No customer wants to change out their environment to accommodate a screen. We've even seen people in demonstrations change out their entire environment. We all know the environment does not look like that at all, period. Some of these dark apartments and homes that I've seen at the end of the day, that place did not look like that when you moved in there. So why are you doing demonstrations in that environment? We've seen some so badly, I mean really badly, fake environments where the environment was completely darkened to the point where they had lights inside of the environment to give it the illusion that the environment was well lit when it was dark the entire time. That's pretty bad. And you notice you won't see any black shades or any of that nonsense. I think because we're going to be up on the top floor, I'm going to use my veneer curtains, because down here we use the shades because we need the privacy. But up on the top floor, well, we don't need it anymore. I'm going to lighten the area up real nice. I'm going to see if it's possible, if I can put a coat of high fluorescent white paint through there too. They don't mind that. It's an upgrade. Make those floors pop a little higher. And also too, I could have used whiter walls. The walls are nice and white, but they're not white enough. Pretty sure they wouldn't have a problem with me giving them an upgrade. Let's see where we want to go. Let's go someplace else. I just saw that video. I kind of like that one. Now, if you notice the same screen we have here at 150 inches, we showed it off on ultra short throw. We showed it off at 1,000 lumens. We showed it off at 5,000 lumens. We even showed it off with the projector sitting right up on top of the screen versus white screens versus certified screens. And as you can see, we're not showing you the same projector every single day. It's something that I noticed when I watch screen paint products. Same machine every day, they never change it out. We've changed multiple projectors against the screen, showing you no matter what we hit it with, it's still going to be to perform with no problem. And a gray or gunmetal screen or white screen are not going to perform as well as our technology. I like doing the 150 inch. You know why? Because there's not a lot of people on YouTube doing 150 inch screen displays, especially not in fully lit environments. That's what I like about the 150s. And when we get to P2, we'll be the only ones at 168 to 161 inches on our display. Everybody else will be at that comfortable level of 120 inch or maybe 100 inch in still a dark environment. And our contrast, we're turning it off. I guarantee when we get done with that machine, their sales will go up. And our technology will basically increase because again, we'll show you what a P2 really is supposed to look like. I go back and I watch the promo demonstrations on the Chrissy LW505 and they're not like ours. They're in dark environments on white screens and the color and contrast looks absolutely horrible on that projector. Oh, forgot. We can go here anytime we want to. One of the options of having true black technology, we can go to a star fill anytime we want to and never have to worry about the screen having the discoloration. I'm also going to do a half, I'm going to do a splatter screen. I want to do a splatter screen to P2. I want to do a splatter with gray paint, and we'll paint it with gray, and then we'll splatter with our technology and pull a star field. And we'll turn on that 2 million to 1. That's a fantastic projector to display while the contrast is useless. Interesting. Six days ago. I think another good topic, do you have to be in the dark to fix your color? Because we see a lot of that. I'm just going on based on what I've done research on YouTube, what I've seen so far in demonstrations. A lot of demonstrations doing a lot of light dodging. Especially if you're showing up an ambient light projection screen, which I've seen in multiple demonstrations of people having ambient light projection screens, but in the dark, 24/7. An ambient light projection screen, if you're advertising that technology, you are not supposed to be in the dark with it. LG OLED food demonstrations. Seen this demonstration done in the dark multiple times. I can't see the red and yellow. We're going to put topics on our info page, and one of the topics we're going to have on it, I got a blog I'm going to be designing, is about trying to teach customers and help customers to show them to be careful about fake ambient light environments, fake ambient light rejection technology, fake contrast. And again, if anyone ever tells you, hey, you need to calibrate the projector, that is an automatic fail. Go look at the specifications on the projector and see how many millions or billions of colors those projectors have at the end of the day, and you're calibrating this machine because your colors don't come up correctly. There's something wrong there. Oh, I have seen this demonstration before. This one matched house paint. And this thing looks familiar. This is how this demonstration is supposed to be done. You want to go, especially if you're selling screen paint products, you want a big screen. You want the biggest screen you can possibly get your hands on, because again, you want to show the screen can take in a ton of light. If you can show your technology on much bigger screen size, then pretty much, like at the end of the day, if you do a 100-inch, really doesn't care, because you can go back and say, hey, I did this at this size and that size. We do massive sizes outside. And yes, we had a 250-inch screen challenge. It was never met. Oh, let's do this one here. It's one of the OLED demonstrations. And they stick by the regulations. The regulations is I have to have it at 100-inch, I have to have it 120-inch. That's the regulations. That's nonsense. Everybody who has that P2 projector sticks to that 100, 120, because that's the regulations. That's where I have to be. No, that's your safe zone. That's where you have to be at. We don't deal with safe zones. When I get my P2, you will see me at 168 to 161-inch screen. If I can do it at 150-inch on a 720p projector at $60, what do you think I can do with that projector at 4K? These projectors are designed to do far more than what you realize they can do. Your picture quality is supposed to be far better than that. You're just basically dumbing it down because, as I said before, the technology and screens haven't caught up yet. If anyone sits here and says that's a lie, well, I'm the one sitting here with the $500 projector, uncalibrated, in a fully lit environment at 150 inches, displaying contrast, color, and white levels. While you guys are sitting in the dark trying to figure out where the coffee table's at, and you can't even do what I'm doing right now. And your projector costs far more than mine. And it's calibrated. Now push that nonsense. You have to calibrate. You have to have 4K. You have to be in. No, you don't. No, you don't. Stop lying to people. Watch this. Can you do that in a fully lit environment at 150 inches? I'm going to start getting to the point where I'm going to start buying y'all projectors left and right. I'm going to show you what they're supposed to look like. It's a shame that P2, an incredible piece of equipment, completely dumbed down to look like that. It's a shame. Just like the technology I have behind me right now. I saw the demonstrations when they first launched that projector. Complete shame. They're supposed to look a lot better than that. Pretty sure if they had our technology, they wouldn't have discontinued the projector so fast. But my benefit, because I get to buy all the old projectors that everybody feels that are outdated, and we turn them into this. You can do better with your projector. Unless you got a knockoff, then you need to buy a new projector, but you can do much better with your projector. I think what the other fellow had the Optima GT55 in his demonstration. Yeah, we took that thing outside. You see what we do with an Optima GT55? We beat their own promo with their own projector. And then took the projector downstairs and got a 150-inch screen out of it. Let's see where we want to go next on here. Ooh, let's do this one right here. Future's black. Have to accept it. You can go and buy the white projection screens. We already know the outcome of those screens. And you can go buy the gray screen paint products, and we know how old they are because they date back 10 years ago. And they're still doing the same thing the white screens are doing. Still dark environment, still washed out, still calibrated, can't pick up contrast levels. Yeah. And then you have the gunmetal technology, which again, if you got deep pockets, you can have, but again, our technology is better. So you literally just spent money for something that you could have spent far less for that we can beat at the end of the day. Oh, I've seen this demonstration before. Oh, this is the one that matched the house paint. Yep, this is it. This is the one that matched the house paint. Oh, we definitely got to bring out a certified for this one. We definitely could bring it. And mind you, our certified screens we have are gray and gunmetal. This is not house paint. These are actually official certified high-grade screens. So we don't match that. We don't match house paint. Not on this technology. We won't. And Chapo Cage. We'll put this up as on the white screen. There's even a forum site for white projection screens. I bumped into that yesterday. I didn't think we even had that. Also one for white screen paints too. Didn't even know that one either. And every time we go to that forum site, the benefits of a white screen. I don't even know where to start with that one. So that's our technology. Now mind you, in this demonstration, someone did do this one. They matched the house paint at the end of the day. That's something you don't want to do. We don't match house paint. We have our black on black demonstrations, which I'm planning to do a lot more of those. But this is our great technology against our technology. This is a certified $5,000 screen. And the other end is a white sheet of paper. That's for those of you who have white projection screens. That shows you how much your image you're missing and why you have to be in a dark environment, why you can't be near windows, why you would be calibrating, can't pick up 100% contrast level. Yeah. Now, we keep getting this dumb nonsense from gray screen paint owners, keep saying that we are, no, again, stop it, you're not the future. Turn your lights on, display a contrast level, show that your contrast levels look the same way as the lights are off that they're on. If you can't do this, then no, your product is a fail. It's not the future. And first, you have to get through gunmetal first, so in order to get to us. Can't beat a gunmetal screen, then there's no way in the world you're going to be able to take us on, because we can take on gunmetal. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because we get these real interesting emails from gray screen paint makers that are really highly upset with basically how we advertise our technology, but it's the truth. I used to make y'all products a long time ago. And I can tell you right from the door, the products are obsolete. You're going to have to start making darker products. That's where the future is at. The future is where dark technology is at. That's where it sits at. See that heavy gunmetal? That's where it sits at. That's where dark technology is at. The most advanced screen, if you're talking about, if we're not in the picture, the most advanced screen that you can buy on the market is going to be gunmetal. The darker the screen, the more expensive the screen. Now we have the darkest screen, which is black, and our screen's not the most expensive. If you can't use your projector in a fully lit environment, if you have fear of your screen washing out or fading, if your colors are not coming up correctly, if you're told to calibrate, if you can't be in fully lit environments and all that other good stuff, if you can't see a 100% contrast level, then clearly you need to upgrade your product. And especially if you're using a white screen, you are not picking up anything at all, period. Gray screen isn't that far behind. My battery pack pocket for a minute. Go around the environment a little bit. See how big my screen is? That's how much light makes contact with my screen. My screen hits the ceiling. So there's no way in this environment for the screen to escape any ambient light. I'm not talking about one gray screen paint product. I'm talking about all of you. When I make that comment, it's about all of you, not one. You're going to have to basically upgrade. You're going to have to darken your product. The minute you see a black certified screen, it's over for you. That's the new change. We've already had it 8 years. 8 years we had black technology. We're 8 years ahead of certifying. And with gray screen paint product, you are 10 years behind. That's how far you're back. And if you think you're so fan and you think you're in the future, then guess what you could do? Show me a 100% contrast level, a star field, goldfish in the background, and make a difference. And do that demonstration in a fully lit environment at 150 inches. The reason why we're choosing 150 inches is that's a screen that has to take in a ton of light. I could do that at 1,000 lumens. Oh wait, I did do it at 1,000 lumens yesterday. We did it at 1,000 lumens yesterday. Forgot about that. Did an ultra short throw yesterday too. I even took a projector of 4,300 lumens and put it right against the screen, and still no pickup on the other screens. Oh, we did this one already. Yeah. Or did we? Now, what the customer needs to watch out for is those little lights behind the back of the screen. It's okay if you have them, but if that is your main of light that you're generating off the back of your screen and your corners are dark, which is a lot dark corners, and we see this little bright white light around the screen, or little white lights at the bottom, that's a fail. That's a faked out environment. It's okay to have LED lights on the back of the screen. Just make sure the LED lights aren't the majority of the light that's pushing off in the environment. For those of you who have a habit with these dark corners, this is how well lit your corners have to be. That's how it's done. If I'm seeing pockets of shadows in these corners, this is not good. Oh, we did do this one. I remember this one. This was the network match. That's what this was. That's what it was. Oh, my personal favorite. Another demonstration, a gray screen and white screen, even gunmetal can't go near. Contrast levels are too heavy. It's gonna be a problem. Curious, how do you play games on those screens? Everybody knows that black levels are everything when it comes to gaming. How does that even work? Ooh. Now, let's stop it right there. I've seen this demonstration done before on a gray screen with the lights out. This is an OLED demonstration about the perfect black. How in the world? We have a reality check talk. We really do it. You gray screen paint makers, and stop doing this one. This is not meant for you. If you have to turn your lights out to do this demonstration, did something wrong. There you go. That's what I explained to the customers. When you see a contrast demonstration, anytime on a gray screen, request for those lights to be turned on. And request to see a side-by-side any black surface, 100% black surface. That's a perfect picture, isn't it? That would be nice for the for Facebook. I have a shot of that for Facebook. That'd be really nice. Look at that. %100% black. No gray, none of that nonsense. This is what I get tired of. We develop black technology. I get sick and tired of seeing these fake gray screen paint products come out here faking to be something, posers, faking to be something that you're not. You don't see contrast, you don't understand it, you don't have it. Black is going to be black. Regardless when you turn the lights on, black is still going to be black. Black does not change because you turn the lights on. Told you when I was in that forum site, the guy had that insane JVC projector with that insane contrast. I mean, his projector would make a P2 look like a paperweight at the end of the day. It was a very expensive machine. And the first thing he bragged about was his contrast level. I was like, what the heck was that? What'd you pay for that for? Instead of laughing at him. I laugh out loud. It's funny. Paid all that money for all that contrast. He will never use it, ever. brings out the most amazing contrast levels you could ever see. And I said, okay, do me a favor, turn your lights on. And when he turns his lights on, the screen turns gray, washes out. Because you can't see black on a gray screen, you can't see it on a white screen. Then we go turn on my projector, and I show demonstrations of my screen on a projector with a 2000 to 1 at $500, pulling 100% contrast level. Can't do that. You can't pull a Starfield demonstration in a full lit environment, even with all that power. Black only looks black when it's in the dark. Turn your lights on, see if it works. And if the contrast won't pull, guess what's coming next to it? Color won't pull with it either. And if you're bragging about your white levels, then basically you're talking about a white screen. So you're gonna have to have a perfect balance. You're gonna need that for the white levels. Look how beautiful that looks. Gee whiz, I never get used to this black technology. Oh, the P2 is gonna look gorgeous on this. Some of you are going to be sitting back on that projector. You're going to be going through your manual when we get done with that projector. You're like, what the freak is wrong with my machine? How come mine doesn't look like that? Yeah, we're going to make you question your machine when we get done with that projector. My goodness. And our 2 million is going to be turned off. Oh, I love that part. I love that. Look at that. How that comes up. It's like when I saw the demonstration with the mixer. We're going to call him the mixer. We saw the demonstration of him having the woman with the black makeup. Why wasn't that demonstration ever done in a fully lit environment such like this? Because that screen, a projector can't pull it, can't see it. Even at 2 million, it can't do it. Have you ever noticed? You've never seen one demonstration in fully lit environments, well lit environments. No. It's because the projector can't see it at all, period. With all that power, it can't pick it up. But we'll show you what it can do without the 2 million to 1, which we don't need. Look at that. Look how beautiful. I'm going to make that a challenge for you gray screen paint makers today. When the light pulls up in here, we don't have enough light in here. It's too dark in here for me. When we have light pushing through all the windows, I want you to display that image right there in a fully lit environment. That's what I want to see. This gives you a reality check. So you will know at the end of the day that your technology or whatever you have does not work as you claim it does. The problem we have here is that those of you that are actually being honest and upfront and saying, hey, look, our product has a fair contrast. You have to be in a controlled environment. You guys in there are good, but you individuals out there that are lying to people and telling them that your product pulls 100% black level and that you're in dark environments when you're doing it, you're fakes. So display that. You see where the technology is displaying multiple shades of black? That's a perfect one right there. We'll come back to this one. And for the customers, you paid all this money for a projector, whether you paid more or less, you should be getting what you paid for out of your investment. You should not be stuck in a dark environment. It's not your projector's fault, unless it's a knockoff. It's your screen that's having the issue. You need to upgrade to something better. Step into the future. Because when I get up in the morning, I can turn my 150-inch on, walk about my house, watch TV, sports, cartoons, whatever the freak I want. And I never have to worry about, oh, there's too much light coming from the window. The overhead light's washing out the screen. None of that crap. No going to forum sites and trying to figure out how to calibrate this and how to calibrate that. None of that nonsense. Or if my projector's contrast level is dark enough. The freedom to go on Amazon and buy a projector for $500 and down. Oh, where are we going to go next? Let me see. What's this one right now? Is this on the TV, or are we going to see some actual demonstrations off of this? Yeah, it's just oh, I know what I want to watch on here. I'm dying to do this one. Sony, 1 hour, 4K demonstration. You know what a transition is? A transition is when a screen can transition from black to white, to color, to black again. Would be the transition from white to black, back and forth. That's a transition. If you don't have a 1% black level, you can't do a transition. It's virtually impossible. So you have to be able to see a 100% contrast and then transfer over into different colors at the same time. I'll show you something pretty fun. So we'll take we use the $5,000 screen because we have people that will sit there and complain about our products being too expensive. So which one do you want at the end of the day? Do you want $5,000 projection screen or our technology? Which one? Not to other customers, they're fine with it. But we have some people that will complain about, oh, it's too much money. Well, guess what? You can go with a cheaper mix at the end of the day that, again, you will be stuck in the dark. Expensive projectors, can't see contrast, can't see color. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be an old product, taking a step back. You can go with a white screen that won't give you crap at the end of the day, or you can go with gunmetal technology, which will cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. It's up to you. We're going to do a transition. Oh, and I keep forgetting, those of you who decide to go to gunmetal technology, you do know that some of that technology doesn't work with ultra short throw, so you will be spending more money if you have an ultra short throw projector. Put that there. Yeah, I had somebody tell me one time on the forum site and say that, you do a lot of demonstrations on ultra short throw projectors, on certified screens. What if one of these guys challenge you? That's what we're kind of hoping for. That's what the IV-VIII technology was engineered for. We're always 2 steps ahead. So just in case if one of them happens to throw their hat in the ring, we'll bring out an IV-VIII so we can test and have a little fun at the end of the day. So let's go over here. We're going to do a transition. We're going to do a demonstration. We're going to show contrast. So actually a nice beach level, beautiful, beautiful blue skies and bright colors, and then we're going to transition to black and then transition to color. So that technology has to be able to transfer from one shade to the next without basically skipping a beat. We got a $5,000 screen and we have a white screen. We don't consider gray screen paint products because, again, if you haven't beat certified, you don't belong up here. In order for us, as a matter of fact, you know what? That's what we're going to start doing from now on. I'm not wasting my time with you guys because there's no point. We bring it up here, we get the product up here, we got to go through cancel orders and all kinds of dumb nonsense. In order for us to recognize your product as being what we call real screen paint, you're going to have to knock out all the certifies. And I'm not talking about in the dark. I'm talking about fully lit environments. I'm talking about color patterns, white levels, and contrast levels. You have to do all of that. And when you can show me that you passed all that, then we'll consider bringing your stuff up here. Other than that, we're not wasting the time. Let me see where we want to be at. Make that perfect transition in there. Oh, by the way, you can run through any of this. Watch this. Told you. Boom! Run right through it like it ain't nothing. Like some people say, well, you're just skipping over stuff because you can't go through it. Man, I've run through this whole hour, no problem. We did this one already. We did the entire hour on here. Let's keep going through here. Quick on with that. Here we go. Perfect transfer. So this basically also shows our screen's ability to pull ambient light rejection technology again, because again, our screen's not going to wash out or fade. We're not going to have an issue. Let's begin. And the problem you have with most screens is they can't do the transition. They can't transfer over to contrast because the screen will wash out. And if you can't see contrast, you can't see color either. And there we go. There you go. So that's why they're in ambient light controlled environments. So that way the transfer is a little easier for them, which means you'll be stuck in the dark. And if you call yourself having ambient light rejection technology, that should not have been a problem. You should be able to transfer with no problem whatsoever. But then again, you still have to see 100% contrast level. That's going to play a big role too also too. So that's going to be an issue. Now you can see where this screen's grayer right here. It's a little bit more darker than this one because that's the gunmetal. But still it's not black, so it can't see black. Now if I were to go out and spend a whole lot of money for a projector with an extremely high contrast capability and stick this in an ambient control environment and calibrate it, then I would come up with a decent shade of gray. But you won't have black. I would love to see that argument in court one day. You would not win that one. You're going to sit there and argue with the judge and the lawyer at the end of the day and try to say that your gray screen seeing a 100% black next to a screen that actually is black. Yeah, you won't win that one. So you can sit there and say, oh, Mr. Bird is slandering our product by saying that our gunmetal technology doesn't see 100% black. It doesn't see 100% black. Your screen's not black at the end of the day. It is gray, dark gray. That's not black. I'm pretty sure you know your colors. Yeah, it'd be an embarrassing day in court for some people. Now, I would never say their screens are too dark and they don't show up. That's virtually impossible. The screens have this amazing reflective coating that allows the screen to be able to understand white light better because it's a much more darker screen. So it can see white light with no problem. Just can't compete with other technology because our screens are black. Oh, there we go. Transition again. And we're going to transition to color. Boy, can you imagine? Oh, I forgot. We've seen that regret already. We have people in there with 150-inch screens. How much a 150-inch screen gunmetal screen costs? It is not freaking cheap. If a 100-inch will cost you anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, what do you think a 150-inch will cost you? I know a DMP Supernova at 180 inches is somewhere around, I think, probably $16,000, $17,000, $18,000. So this is what we're going to do. We're not going to acknowledge you great screen paint products out there at all, period. You got to show us that your product is worth our time. And that means instead of getting on camera claiming to be the best of the best and all other bull crap you guys do at the end of the day, how about you take on the Black Diamonds, the Dark Star 9s, the gunmetal technology that's responsible for crushing you to begin with. Knock out all of those, and then we will consider basically putting you against an Alpha 1 or any of our technology. But you'll have to take out the gunmetal first. And I'm not talking about in the dark faking it. Not that nonsense. You're going to have to do these demonstrations in fully lit environment. This is ambient light rejection technology. These screens are designed for that. So you're going to have to be in a fully lit environment. And these are long tests. These are tests going to require anywhere from 2 to 3 hours long. You're going to have to show a solid color pattern test. You're going to have to show a contrast demonstrations, lots of those because there's a gunmetal technology screens, and you're going to show white level tests. You're going to do all that. And you have to do that on different caliber projectors. Can't just stick to your crutch projector. You got to do that on mine. You won't be doing it on ultra short throw because some of those screens aren't ultra short throw compatible. So that means you're going to have long throws in there. And you're going to have to do this at 1,000 lumens or, well, minimum we can do 1,000. We do 1,000. And you're going to do all this in fully lit environments. And some dark environments too. So this is why the test takes so long. What they do is they go in there and they do a demonstration where they have a dark environment, they throw this projector in there, they throw a screen close enough to their product because they won't go with anything else higher shaded than or darker than theirs because they'll have problems. And they go, voila, look, we can match it. No, buddy, that's not a test. That's a fake. You're going to have to be in a full lit environment and you're going to have to show solid contrast levels, multiple color levels, and you're going to show white levels. And you're going to do this on different calibers of projectors. Now, certain screens are going to require, I think one of the screens we're doing, you can't use it on a projector. In their specifications, you can't use it with projectors under 1,000 lumens. It has to be 2,000 lumens. I think that's the Cinema Gray, has that specification. With others, you're not using short throw or ultra short throws. You would use long throws with those. They don't pick up. So you're going to have to get a collection of sample sheets for ultra short throws. Now, we know the gray screen paint's going to pull up. It's going to pull up. But the problem you're going to have is, can you basically show better color and contrast than the certified screen that will be sitting up there? So you're going to have to go through all that. And this is going to be a lot of testing. More testing you have ever done in your own product by itself. And you're going to have to beat these screens. Because other than that, we don't consider you to be a real projection screen. We consider you to be something older than in the past. Now, if you come up to me and say, well, what about you and certifies? Where do I begin? All our technology basically is tested under for certified as we designed it for to begin with. Our path on what we started when it came to technology didn't start with gray screen paint products. I was developing gray screen paint products. So why in the world would I develop a technology to go after gray screen paint products when I first started off, when I was making gray screen products when I started off? Duh. This is for the naysayers, people, not for you. So what would be the point of me making a gray screen product to go after a gray screen product when I was making gray screen paint products? It doesn't make any sense at all. No, our journey started when we got a hold of the black diamond technology and we saw what the future looked like. Now, first it started off with seeing diamond's technology and how amazing it was and why we needed to upgrade our technology to something more better than, especially against that stuff at the end of the day, was freaking amazing. But after the contact where they contacted us and we had the conversation, and I felt that I wasn't treated nicely. And from that day on, my whole entire mindset was to every time we develop a darker technology, it's strictly designed to take out a certify. That's what triggered that cause and effect. So now we have a 100% black screen, which we had 8 years ago, and they're still dealing with gunmetal technology, which we can actually blow out with no problem whatsoever, which we're doing right now. So that's how our path got started. Now, for your other great makers, you just happened to bump into our technology on our road of doing what we're doing, and you decided to throw your hat in the ring and try to think that you're better than us when you're not. Because as I said before, I was making your stuff long before you ever ended up on YouTube. So I know how your stuff works. And you have too many requirements. Your stuff has way too many requirements. So some of you require 4 or 5 applications to paint it on. You require expensive projectors, because I've seen something. When they switch off from the crutch projector and they put another projector, the picture quality drops. Everything drops poorly. And then they come in and say, well, it'll be better for the customer once he calibrates. Excuses. Dark environments. Excuses. One time I was doing a demonstration on the Elite Dark Star 9, and the guy was talking about my environment was too much light in my environment. That's what he said. And I said, well, my screen's not having a problem. Why should that? It's a $3,000 screen. Let's see, where do you want to go to next? Ooh, what's this right here? Oh, demo section in here. I like these. Now, just to show you, gray makers, how far you guys are in the past, when we get to showrooms, we will be putting gray paint next to our technology and giving the everyday Joe a chance to come in and make a decision which one they think actually looks more advanced. And then we'll take that survey and we'll stick it up online. And these will be everyday people that will come in and see it from the showroom. That way, you criers at the end of the day who are always crying, whine about, oh, it's got to be special camera effects. It's got to be this, it's got to be that. Yeah, sure. You can see it for yourself. Oh, you can come down to the showroom and see it for yourself. We have tissues at the door just in case. Naysayers are funny. They're actually absolutely hilarious. Don't do any of our test demonstrations. Can't back up any of their products on any level whatsoever. Can't do any of the challenges that we give them at the end of the day. Can't even beat our test demonstrations. The main one's always crying about something. Upgrade your product. Do you like gray screen paints or becoming of the past? Ooh, what's this right here? Oh, I want to do this one. Definitely want to do this one. I got that sweet with the color. I got to set up something with, I want to work with this. So we got the invisible black technology we're working on. I want to set that up for something. Thank you, furry boy. Grr. Grr. So there will be changes coming this summer to the company. As I said before, we're looking to branch out because, as I said before, that's the reason why I spent all that time in my area filing for all that paperwork at the end of the day. So we can basically have our company legit. So we can basically get to the point where we want to basically concentrate on manufacturing. It's something we want to do for a long time, just concentrate on manufacturing, research and development, and let other people sell our products. And that's what we're pushing for at the end of this year. Which means you will not be to go to the website to purchase. You will have to go to the other people that will be selling our products for us. And we're already working on with somebody who's going to be helping us out with Dubai and the UK. Dubai is going to be more ad tech technology. But that's a year from now, so we have time. And no, there won't be any price gouging, none of that nonsense, because that's within the contracts. They can't do it. Any change in any pricing has to go through us first, before we have to be able to prove it. So we have to worry about people gouging on prices and charging more for just, we're not going to have that. Let's get the white surfaces with those. I keep forgetting they certify stuff on this screen. There we go. Now I got to do a tutorial demonstration for a couple of projects. I have 8 or 9 projects I'm working on with a few people with our technology, helping them to get it off the ground, and have to do a tutorial demonstration on the Sony VPO F830. We have a few people who actually picked those projectors up. Because again, like I said, with our technology, we don't require expensive projectors in order to make the screen look fantastic, because black screens produce better images. So therefore, you don't have to spend all this money. These people were looking to spend almost close to about $20,000, $30,000 for a projector. And we told them at the end of the day that you don't have to spend all that money because this technology right here doesn't require high-end projectors. So they're going to be spending about $250 for their projectors, their $4,300 Sony VPO F830s. It's a lot of money saved, isn't it? That's what our technology is designed to do. Where you're on white and gray screens, gunmetals produce a little better, they do. But when you're on a white and gray screen, you have to spend the money for all those little perks. You're going to need them. You're going to need high contrast. You're going to need insane amount of color, and you're going to have to calibrate that color also too. And you're going to have a projector with an extremely high lumen count because again, you got to deal with the light in the environment. But again, like I said, it's going to wash out the screen anyway. So instead of these companies going in and spending $50,000, $60,000 for a projector, our technology can do it at $200. We can do it at $300. The most I pay for a projector when it comes to that kind of venue projector is $500. And to show them, because you have to have proof to back all this stuff up, can't just talk it. I'm able to show them a 250-inch screen displayed in my backyard on a projector that cost me $270. That's why it's important to do these demonstrations and do them correctly. If you cut corners, you basically cheat yourself out of good opportunities. All right, let's see. I got time to do the demonstration for that, and I got to make a few phone calls today. Let's have some fun with this before we leave off. I think I want to start working because I got a business tax wholesale license, so I want to look on basically getting lots for projectors, so that way I can set up projector packages, because some people at the end of the day really go through a lot of headache of trying to figure out what projector is going to look well with the screen. You got to get a projector to look well with the screen. Screen's got to work. Screen and projector both have to work well with the environment. With our technology, you really don't have that issue at all, period. So I'm just going to get a couple of projectors. Some that's a nice package deal for the customers, kind of like a first-time cinema setup or something like that. But no matter what we choose, it's going to look fantastic. We can choose 1,000 lumen portables and it's look incredible. As a matter of fact, Epson got that 1,000 lumen ultra short throw projector. So if a screen paint product starts working, which we've seen on some people's pages or specification pages, or if you can call it that, works at, what do they say, 2,200 lumens? How would that work with an Epson projector of 1,000 lumens ultra short throw? How would that even pick up? Is that 2,200 lumens in the dark, or 2,200 lumens in a fully lit environment? Because we know it's not in a fully lit environment. Not in a 2,200 lumens, because your contrast and all that would suffer. So you can't be in a well-lit environment. So because our technology, which you saw me in the room, pull the projector back, come back in here with 1,000 lumens, knock out a certified screen and a white surface on our black technology at 1,000 lumens, yeah, we can use that Epson projector. The Epson has a laser projector. I think they're like $900 or something dollars or $1,000. They're really cheap. And it's 1,000 lumens. What you doing? Get out of the window. So I can set those up as package deals for our customers because it'll run off our screen. If I can do 1,000 lumens at about 13, 14, 15 feet away from the screen, I'm pretty sure I can do 1,000 lumens easily on a laser 1080p projector that's sitting less than a foot away from a screen as a cakewalk. Which I need to pick one of those up too. I'm gonna get one of those. Get a couple projectors, new projectors I'm gonna be picking up. I'm definitely gonna be picking that one up. That's only about 1,000 lumens. That'll run. Boo-doo-doo-doo. All right, I'll put my tropical fish in there because I'm gonna watch my tropical fish for the day. 4K relaxing fish. This is what I'm used to seeing when I get up in the morning. I'm a little early up. Put on my tropical fish. Yeah, that's what I like to watch. That's my thing, my fish. Oh, I can't wait to get up on the top floor. There's a lot more windows. I love windows. I love windows next to my screens. I do. I can't wait. 10 times more light. I'm gonna have 3 windows here. Boom, 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 boom. I can put my screen right there. It's gonna have a window right next to it. That's gonna be insane. I love that. How many people get excited over that at the end of the day? I can't wait. Nice blue screen popping up with that beautiful fish and a window sitting right next to it. It is a little too easy, to tell you the truth, honestly. All right, gotta go. Thank you all and God bless. If you're interested in the technology, you can order on our website with free worldwide shipping. And as I said before, our products are tested when others aren't. You can go to the shopping carts and you can see all the test demonstrations from there. Go to our website, check out our test demonstrations, demo demonstrations. As a matter of fact, I had to add more demo demonstrations to the demo demonstrations because now we're in another environment. So I want to get as many recordings as I can down here, as I usually do. So I can put this on the website. So when we transfer upstairs, I can put all those recordings on there too also. To show you anywhere in this building, we're going to pull up with no problem whatsoever. Oh, I cannot wait. All right, got to go. Thank you all and God bless. Gotta give me a challenge.